Sanbonani, Dumelang. My name is Duduzile Nchoba. I'm from South Africa. I came to Brazil on a study tour on social cohesion and nation building. I'm the Chief Director at the Department of Arts and Culture in South Africa, responsible for social cohesion and nation building. My specific role is around programs, developing policy, developing programs, and trying to ascertain and see how we as stakeholders and government and normal South Africans can work together towards a united nation. We came to Brazil wanting to learn, wanting to see how Brazil does unity, because we really look up to Brazil, and being good economic partners, we thought Brazil would be a good place to start. What I've learned in the last week has been totally inspiring and truly empowering. We found the people in Brazil very warm, very receptive, and we really want to thank the UNDP office, the IPC-ig office, for organizing such an elaborate program and a really diverse program that's allowed us to see a lot of elements around issues of social cohesion. We were advised before we came here that social cohesion as a term is not necessarily used in Brazil, but the elements within which social cohesion falls, we were able to get to see, get to learn, get to experience, and really meet people. A framework around social policy, which we found very interesting, how social protection and social promotion, and how those two elements or those two frameworks really work. So that was great for me. The social policy, the social protection and social promotion, the distinctions that were made, I think will be something that we can learn from, and we really want, what I'll take away from that particular presentation is how we can map out and how we need to map out the different elements around social cohesion. I quite enjoyed the presentation we had at the Social Equality Department, I think also at IPEA. We met two young ladies there who explained to us how and what racial inequality is, and that was a good learning for us, or for me as a South African who comes from a racially based, an ex-racially based country. So we learned some things around intentional programs and doing things that on the ground that really work. So that was great for me. Today's field trip was definitely a highlight. I really enjoyed seeing the housing projects. I enjoyed seeing the inclusive communities that Brazil, the programs have managed to pull together. That you can have a sewing project, that you can have a crèche, that you can have a school right within the vicinity where people work, which minimizes issues of having to travel to work, which allows people to keep more money than they get from social services. And the people in Brazil very warm, very receptive, and we really want to thank the UNDP office, the IPC-ig office, for organizing such an elaborate program and a really diverse program that's allowed us to see a lot of elements around issues of social cohesion. We were advised before we came here that social cohesion as a term is not necessarily used in Brazil, but the elements within which social cohesion falls, we were able to get to see, get to learn, get to experience, and really meet people.
Matemba, Senior Policy Analyst in the Office of the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa. This is the last day of my study tour to Brazil, ably and capably organized by the UNDP-ipc-ig in Brasilia. Let me take this opportunity to first and foremost thank the UNDP-ipc-ig office in Brasilia for the wonderful work. We initially came here to study social cohesion, but the package we got, the organization we got, which was much more than that, especially the staff. But it was truly enlightening study tour, in the sense that not only did we learn about social cohesion, about inequalities, but the conceptual framework for social policy and everything that needs to be in place in order to deal with this very difficult issue of social cohesion, inequality, divided past, is truly enlightening. So thank you so much to Brazil. There are so many people that we met with that helped and assisted this trip to be truly successful. Both in government or government agencies, in the ministries, including the UNDP country office, everyone really played their part so that we could have a successful study tour to Brazil. I think for me, this was just the beginning. I hope to maintain the connections that I've managed to make thus far, especially with the UNDP-ipc-ig, in terms of following up on specific issues, more particularly social policy framework, because I see there's a potential there for collaborative efforts with the government of South Africa on that front. And so really I see myself, the future being bright in terms of possibilities for collaboration with the UNDP-ipc-ig. Has made it possible for us. I thank you. Obrigado.